tell us your name and how you got here and how the race went.
Well, my name is Jody Chandler. I came up here last night with 3 other people from South Minneapolis. We rode up here, dug some holes in the snowbank, camped out, made the best of it, sat by the fire and dried off. Got fairly wet.
So how did it start that you guys would ride up here to do the race?
My friends Carl and Tim were planning it. They met up with someone else named Jake, and then I just ran into Tim yesterday about 10 o'clock and he told me what was going on. I just kind of left work 2 hours early. Came up here.
So how long did it take you to ride up here?
We left at I think a little after 2 o'clock, and we got to Ramsey at 4:30, and we probably got up here somewhere between 5 or 6 after shopping and groceries and stuff like that.
Okay. And obviously you guys were loaded up with some extra clothing and.
Yeah, I had my messenger bag on my back with a sleeping ball, and Carl had his Pugsley with rear rack, and then Tim had a lawnmower truck with a rear rack, and Jake had his little kid trailer filled with.
What'd you think of the conditions out there?
It was just tougher than I thought it was going to be. Well, I didn't think there was going to be so many hills, I guess. A lot more walking than what I expected.
All right. So then, as far as the ride home, do you think you'll be tired enough to make it home in the same amount of time?
I think the wind kind of shifted, so that might help us. We might have a nice tailwind. But I broke my brake lever on the course, so I got to ride home fixed. Otherwise, I don't have any brakes. So it might be a little tolling.
Nice. Cool. Well, thanks, man.
Yeah.
And, congrats out there. Nice work.
Thank you.
We're rolling, but just go whenever you want.
I guess tell us your name and how the race went for you. And
I'm David Meyer. There was a lot of running, so that was the big thing. It was just really squishy, and
have you raced here before?
about 3 years ago in the summer.
Totally different. All right.
Yeah, I come on here all the time to ride. It's a little bit of hike. I'm from Hudson, Wisconsin, so
Okay.
like an hour drive.
So while you were out there, did at any point do you wish that you were on a Pugsley? Was it?
Yeah, every time I passed one, it's like, oh, that would be so nice right now. And the whole starting 5 minutes earlier to get done faster would have been good. Like the last about 10 minutes, I'm like, wow, I bet I'd be done by now if I was on the Pugsley.
That's awesome. So did you have any competition from the rest of your class?
A little bit for the first quarter of a lap or so. I could look back and there was somebody right behind me.
Okay.
And then not sure what happened after that.
Cool. Did you take the Red Bull berm?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I almost slipped off the first time. I hadn't ridden it before.
I don't know, I guess.
So you riding do you represent a team from out of Hudson, or are you just riding unattached?
Nope, just for myself.
Very nice.
Just solo. That way I can ride whatever I want.
Exactly.
Very cool.
Awesome. That's all I have, I guess.
All right, great.
There we go. Okay. Well, it wasn't as good as last month, but it was more challenging.
Okay.
You know,
And, the snow conditions are obviously different than last one.
the snow conditions were non-existent. It was like riding through sand for the most part.
Okay.
Yeah. And took my booties off halfway through because I kept getting snowballs stuck in the bottom.
Sure.
Couldn't get clipped in. So I decided to just shove those in the back of my jersey
Okay.
and go with hook. It was much better.
Wow. So how was the competition for you while you're out there?
Well, it's not really that competitive. It's more just camaraderie.
Okay.
You're like, oh, good climb. If someone makes a climb or someone drifts it, you're like, oh, come on, keep going. And
Sure.
more just, encouragement to finish.
Awesome.
Yeah. I don't know what it's like in the other classes, but that's mostly in our classes. Like, the girls kind of stick together.
Sure. So this is your second one. You plan on doing the third one?
Oh, yes. You have to do 3 if you do 2. I think there's a series win.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure of it. So I did really well last time. Kind of good at this time, considering the field it's all women, so it's expert women, sport women, and beginner women.
Okay.
All together. So kind of the bar is raised. But like I said, just because it's a winter race, everybody's
Right.
Trying. Today would be more like it. That was good.
Very cool.
You
Well,
guys should have been
congrats.
out there. Thanks.
But then nobody would be able to do this.
There you go. Promo.
That's right.
Well, I don't think that's going to
All right, here we go. We're at Pugfest08 with Josh Peterson. How did your race go?
It went well. It was very tough, but I don't know. I managed to stick in there.
Saw that. And during the race, you were not second. You were a little further down and started to pick them off at the end.
Well, you know, yeah, I guess. I don't know. You just got to stick with it. Hopefully it works out in the end. That's all you can hope for.
Is this your first pug race?
No, I just did the Arrowhead 135 a couple of weeks ago, so this 2 hours is kind of like a warm-up. Literally, because you ride for about 8.5 hours at a time, so this wasn't too bad. It was tough, but as far as endurance goes, no, this wasn't that bad.
Okay. Did you do the first race they had here a couple weeks ago?
No, I didn't. I missed it. I have kids, so...
Fair enough. So were the conditions what you were expecting today, or better, worse?
They're what I was expecting, but they're not what I had hoped for. I was hoping for a fast pace. But, you know, I don't know. It was fun. What is it? It's a workout.
Yeah.
It's fun. What else are you going to do in February 17th or whatever it is? So it was a good time.
Cool. Well, thanks. Congratulations.
All right, man.
Glad to come into the next one.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Yeah, I want to try to race at least once a month until the real season starts. And then hopefully go into that. Good job, April.
Do you know the promoter? Do you know Rich?
I probably do. I've probably seen him. I had to. You know, what's his last name? Part of the trail. Yeah, I don't know. I've probably met him before. I'm not sure. You meet so many people at these races.
out there. You're looking for a sheep.
Well, thanks.
All right.
Congrats.
No problem, man.
All right. Well, we're here at Pugfest08 with Rich, promoter.
Rich Omdahl, yep.
Rich Omdahl. I guess tell us a little bit about how this all got started.
Well, I'm going to blame it on my friends mostly. We scheduled 3 winter races for this winter for out here, and then
Wiken.
one of the guys on the team
How'd
that
the
I'm
wife do?
on suggested that we promote one of the races like really big for Pugsley's, the
Right,
special
okay.
winter bike.
Come on, me head!
So we picked up Surly as a sponsor, and then we started promoting it as Pugfest, or like the first annual Pugsley Festival.
Okay.
So it just kind of came from my teammates. They suggested it. And that's kind of how I run these races. I just take suggestions that sound good and just run with it. So most of everything that goes on is just other people's ideas, and then I just help kind of make it happen.
Okay.
So it's a lot of just group effort.
Awesome. So who? I mean, we see a lot of cool things at the race. We've got the Red Bull tent, Ramsey bicycle, stuff like that. So who all was involved to make the event happen?
As far as sponsors or
Sure,
groundwork
sponsors,
stuff,
teams.
like Stephanie that works at the city of Elk River. She's the main, because this is a city park, so she's the main city representative that I work with to help them have these races. It's kind of their race that I, like as a consultant, make happen for them. They get the money and put the money back into the trail, and so her and I do most of the work. Like we pretty much make it all happen, and then I gather sponsors and stuff. So like Ramsey Bicycle, they sponsor every race out here. They always come out here with a lot of stuff. It's the closest bike shop to the trail, and they're out here every time with a lot of good stuff. Always promoting and helping us out. And then we picked up Surly for the Pugsley class sponsor, so they donated a bunch of prizes for this race for the Pugsley guys. And we picked up Hammer Nutrition for a sponsor, just a general sponsor. And then for cash money for the Pugsley class to be able to pay out cash, we got Larson Cycle Racing in Cambridge. They gave us $100. Behind Bars, they gave us $100 and a bunch of swag also to give out. And Stephanie, the girl who makes all our trophies, we have custom trophies made for every place, so they're like real professional, really nice trophies. And they're different every year. We change it up, and she makes all those for us. And she donated $100 also. to it. So we got $300 prize money to split up between top 3 for Pugsley riders.
Okay. Fantastic. And so this is the second of the 3 races.
Yes.
Correct.
Yep. We had one a month ago, and we have another one in March.
Okay. And that one won't necessarily be considered Pugfest, but
Nope.
pugs are welcome.
Yeah, we still have a Pugsley class. This is just, we kind of promoted it as Pugfest. Like, we had 4 guys camp overnight here last night. They rode from South Minneapolis all the way here with their gear, and they camped in the snow, just dug a hole in the snow and slept there, and then got up and raced, and then they're going to ride back to South Minneapolis 40 miles again today after the race.
That's hardcore.
So yeah, we just promote it as Pugfest, kind of a reason to just make a bigger festival. And something to do, and the next one will just be our standard race.
Okay. Fantastic. Well, thanks for your time. Thanks for the race.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And can't wait to see the next one.
Yeah, me too. We'll see you back next year.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Go for it.
All right, we're at Pugfest08 with Larry Sauber, winner of the Pugsley class, and just looking for some racer input as far as how the race went for you.
It was what we call mashed potatoes and gravy. A little too warm, a little too nice, but the pugs handled real well in the first lap. And the second lap, the biggest challenge was finding the line throughout all the skinny tires. The advantage would be trying to just keep a good flow in front of you, and basically just trying to conserve your energy when you have to get off the bike. When it's real warm like this, just like mashed potatoes and gravy, you do a lot of spinning. So the key is conserve your energy when you're running your bike, or getting back on and making sure you're kind of watching yourself.
Sure. Were you running gears on your Pugsley or single speed?
Gears.
Okay.
Yep.
And what did you think of the Red Bull berm?
Oh, sweet. A lot of really fun. So yeah. Cool.
Awesome. Were you here for the first race? That was a couple months ago.
Yep. Completely different race compared to that one. That one was fast, icy. Actually, the skinny tires outdid a couple of the Pugsley in overall time, so it was probably advantage to the studded tires. But today, I'm sure it was probably advantage Pugsley's.
Okay.
Just because of the conditions.
Sure. You guys, is this kind of a home course for you? Do you ride out here a lot in the summer?
I do most of my riding actually. This year it's been Lebanon. Been riding there a lot. River Bottoms earlier in the year. I just purchased my Pugsley this year. Built it up this year. A lot of my buddies on LCR all ride pugs, so it's kind of a team thing.
Okay.
And we do a lot of group rides and beat each other down. The colder, the less sense it makes, the more you'll see us ride. That's kind of our theory.
Cool. So how's it different riding in Pugsley than from Skinny?
Pugsley, it's slower. It's a little bit easier handling, but it's different because it's a lot more. Your air pressure in your tires is really critical. Adjusting your air depending on the conditions, and it's more of a seated style riding, where like we call it motorboating. So you feel like you're riding a motorboat. So it's definitely you want to slow your handling skills down. You don't want to be real quick or real aggressive. You just kind of let the bike flow underneath you as much as you can.
Cool. So I assume you'll be back next month to defend your win today?
I'll surely try. I don't know what'll happen, but I'll be here.
Awesome. Great.
Right.
Well, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Congrats on the win.
Thanks.
And you heard it from Larry Cyber. Mashed potatoes and gravy.
Mashed potatoes and gravy. Team Rico.
Here we're at Pugfest08 with Stephanie, who's the city director and coordinator, and she's going to tell us a little bit about how the race came to be.
I work with Rich out here, who's right over there, and he pretty much gets everything set up and uses the city park trails for us and everything. We just show up, take registration.
Okay, and so you guys are involved with the whole series races. You'll be here for the third one as well.
Yep.
Okay. And how many years are you guys involved with any of the races in the summer as well?
Yep, we have a new one in the summer.
Okay.
It'll be July 12th.
Okay. Are there any plans in the future to maybe expand the trail at all? Or?
Oh yeah, we're working on that along with Rich. Rich does a lot of our trips. Rich gets all the credit for it.
All right. Cool. I guess that's about it.
Rich would be the first one.
Unprofessional, if you will. We're just.
All right. No scripts or anything?
No.
All right,
It's got
then
a whole
I should
movie.
be good.
So,
Hey.
are you gonna keep jumping in?
It's not my
As long
dog,
as my
but I'm
sandwich.
wait for your sandwich.
I guess here we are again at Pugfest08 still, and why don't you just tell us your name and how you got here today?
I'm Nicole Hendricks, and this would probably be the beginning of my 3rd year of competitive racing.
Okay.
Only 2nd race in the snow. Yeah.
So do you mostly, the races that you've done, where have you raced?
We travel all over the state for the state series,
Okay.
and I've done, I don't know, the Thursday night throwdowns here too, so.
So you're somewhat familiar with the course then?
Oh yeah, it's just kind of different when it's covered in snow.
So were you riding a Pugsley today or regular bike?
Oh no, it was a regular bike.
Okay. And did you do the first race last month?
Yes, I did.
And how did that compare to this race?
That one was a lot easier. The snow was a bit more packed down. Okay, a lot more packed down. This is just like powder.
So what was your least favorite part of the course?
Section 4.
Okay. And your favorite part?
Section 1. Just goes from the hardest to easy. It's just like that.
So any thoughts as the 3rd race comes up?
As the 3rd race comes up, I just hope that this kind of goes away and it's not all ice for the next race, and I hope it's a bit more packed down and not so loose.
Okay.
Then it should be a really good race.
Fantastic. Awesome. Well, thanks for your time, and
no problem.
congrats on racing in the snow.
Thanks.
Woohoo!